If you've ever tended a garden, you know this plant. You grip its thick, reddish stems, pull, and inevitably snap a piece off. By tomorrow, that tiny fragment has sprouted new roots. Purslane thrives where almost nothing else survives. It colonizes sun-baked asphalt cracks and scorching hot concrete driveways and compacted dirt where crabgrass surrenders. To modern agriculture, it's a public enemy. Farmers spend millions deploying herbicides from crop dusters to eradicate it. But spraying is a losing battle. One plant produces 200,000 seeds that lie dormant for 40 years, ignoring chemicals, waiting for rain to sprout. This massive campaign targets a plant that thrives in the exact conditions where our crops fail, ignoring its potential as a biological resource for the soil and a nutritional source for us. When temperatures hit triple digits and typical garden vegetables wither into husks, Purslane keeps its thick, paddle-shaped leaves completely plump and hydrated. It pulls off this trick using crassulacean acid metabolism, or CAM photosynthesis. Most plants open their microscopic pores during the day to take in carbon dioxide, which causes them to rapidly lose water vapor under a hot sun. Purslane simply clamps its pores shut. It holds its breath through the hottest hours. When the sun goes down and the air cools, it finally exhales. It opens its pores to capture carbon dioxide in the dark, safely converting and storing it as malic acid until the sun returns to power the rest of the photosynthesis process. Because it banks all that malic acid overnight, Purslane harvested at dawn has a crisp, intensely sour apple bite. By late afternoon, after it has consumed those acid reserves for energy, the exact same leaves taste remarkably mild and sweet. This thermal engineering allows it to lock in moisture and grow vigorously under a baking sun that would kill almost any other broadleaf plant. Look closely at where Purslane chooses to take root. It congregates in the most compacted, degraded dirt in the garden. In ecology, this is a pioneer species, nature's emergency ground cover dispatched specifically to stabilize broken or eroded ecosystems. Beneath the surface, the plant is driving a biological drill into the hardpan. Its central taproot fractures the compacted dirt, creating open channels that allow oxygen and rainwater to penetrate. Above ground, its thick red stems radiate outward to form a dense mat. This living mulch shades the bare earth, plunging the surface temperature and preventing the newly trapped water from evaporating back into the atmosphere. Purslane starts the recovery process for broken topsoil, preparing the ground so that a healthy, diverse ecosystem can eventually return. Long before we decided this plant was a nuisance, human civilizations actively cultivated it as medicine. In traditional Chinese medicine and classical Middle Eastern texts, doctors prescribed its cooling, mucilage-rich juices to treat internal heat, soothe intestinal inflammation, and stop dysentery. This knowledge spans the globe. Indigenous communities across the Americas utilized Purslane as a highly reliable, hydrating food source, specifically tracking its emergence after monsoon rains to harvest the succulent leaves. Modern nutritional analysis backs this up. This chart compares the nutrient density of common leafy greens. Purslane contains up to 7 times more ALA omega-3s than spinach, a concentration rarely seen in any land plant, alongside massive spikes in vitamin A and C. It is a striking irony. The plant we throw into the waste bin is one of the most nutrient-dense superfoods on Earth, with a medicinal history that spans nearly every major civilization. As global temperatures rise and droughts extend, our fragile staple crops struggle. We rely on water-intensive plants that shrivel when the climate turns hostile. Yet, under those exact same punishing conditions, Purslane continues to effortlessly pump out highly nutritious biomass without requiring a single drop of extra irrigation. The regenerative agriculture movement is catching on. Farmers are now intentionally leaving Purslane in their fields to lock in soil moisture, support wild pollinators, and provide nutrient-rich livestock forage. You can adopt this approach in your own backyard. Instead of spraying it, forage it, give it a thorough wash, and eat it. Try pairing it with yogurt. The calcium neutralizes the plant's naturally occurring oxalates and unlocks its full mineral profile. The climate-resilient superfood of the future didn't require billions in laboratory engineering. It is already waiting for us in the cracks of the driveway.